Well, hi folks, and welcome to day 9 of our 28-day spring cleanup. That's hashtag 28-day spring cleanup. So don't forget, if you want to get involved, hashtag that. Right, so day 9 from the book is all about healing your relationships. Now, as social creatures, we live in an environment where we are surrounded by different relationships. So we've got maybe that special person, our person. We've got family members, so that could be parents, children, brothers, sisters, cousins, okay? And then we've got our friends, we've got our close friends, and we've got kind of acquaintances, and we've got Facebook friends, and we've got all in between. So we are in a complete myriad of different relationships. And you know what? Sometimes those relationships don't meld together so nicely. We have this vision that we should live in a perfect, harmonious environment within our relationships, but you know what? We don't. And with all those imperfections, they are perfect. But you know what? Let's stop. Relationships. What is the point of them? Well, if you subscribe to the idea that the world is a school and everything in it is a lesson, well then that means we've got teachers. And relationships and people in general are our teachers to help us grow. Now if you don't think that, and maybe you just feel that every opportunity or every event is an opportunity to decide who you want to be in relation to that event, well then likewise, people and relationships especially are there to help us decide who we want to be and who we are in relation to that incident. So you know what, let's just take an example. I've got a relationship with whoever and it's not very good. I really don't like that person. Every time we get together we just kind of butt heads. Well, that happens. Sometimes you just got to kind of minimalise the amount of time you spend with certain people, which is difficult in families. We always want to try and spend good quality time together, and it doesn't always work that way. But what we're going to do is we're going to thank that person for all the lessons that we've learned, for all the experiences that we've had. Because you know what? Every relationship, even if it ends up in a pretty detrimental way, doesn't mean it started off or was always that way. So what we need to do is just to run through your mind. You can write it out in your journal, you can make some notes, you can add it on here if you want, about who in your life maybe, or who in the relationships in your life aren't that great. And then what we're going to do is get a little photograph and just hold that in front of you. When I've done this in the past, I often put it by a little candle, and that candle light almost glows around the picture, and that then becomes just a way of loving or visualising a loving feeling toward that person. And then write out as many thank yous that you can think of to that person. So, like I said, in every relationship there's going to be fun. It might not end up that way, but you can thank them for the fun, you can thank them for the good times, you can thank them for the experiences that you shared, and actually, maybe the trials and the tribulations that they've caused you, you can thank them for that as well, because in going through those trials and tribulations, you as a person have grown. But what we're doing is we're taking the victim mentality away from the whole thing. Remember, life is forgiving. It's forgiving, not forgetting, because we don't forget. Siddhartha Gautama, who became the Buddha, said that having anger towards someone is actually walking around with a hot coal that you're ready to throw at someone. But of course, the only person that really gets hurt is you, because you're holding on to that anger, that resentment, okay? And then it affects, almost like a cancer, other relationships that you might have. So the thing to do is to put that down. And how to do that? Well, you forgive them. That doesn't mean that you have to forget, and it doesn't mean that you have to then allow the relationship to carry on or to reset, but it just means you are forgiving. Because of all of these relationships, the person that sits right in the middle is yourself. And if you're the one that's holding on to these anger and these resentments, then you're the one that's going to hold on to that hot coal and get burnt. So you've got to let it go. And the way you let it go is by looking at each person in turn who you've got a grievance with and actually thanking them, which kind of throws things upside down, but give it a try. Get maybe 1 or 2 people or 2 photographs of someone that you really have a problem with and just thank them for all the experiences. And if you can do that, and that little candlelight can envelop them, envelop that whole negativity with a positiveness, well then you're into a winning situation. Alright folks, give it a try. and I'll see you next time. Bye.